On the evening of 4 August 2020, at 18:08 Eastern Europe Summer Time, multiple explosions occurred in the city of Beirut, the capital of Lebanon. The blasts occurred at the Port of Beirut and left more than 135 people dead, 80 more missing and more than 5,000 people injured. Beirut Governor Marwan Abboud estimated that up to 300,000 people were left homeless by the explosions. The main explosion was linked to approximately 2,750 tons, 3,030 short tons, of ammonium nitrate that had been confiscated by the government from an abandoned ship and stored in the port without proper safety measures for the previous 6 years. Despite inefficient transmission of the shock waves into the ground, the explosion was detected a seismic event of magnitude 3.3 by the United States Geological Survey. By the 5th of August, the fire was largely extinguished. Explosions. Shortly after 1800 local time UTC plus 3 o'clock, firefighters were dispatched to extinguish a warehouse fire at the Port of Beirut. At first, smaller explosions sent a cloud of smoke above the fires and created flashes of light said to resemble fireworks. The second explosion was much more substantial and occurred at about 18:08 local time. It rocked central Beirut and sent a red-orange cloud into the air. The second blast was felt in northern Israel and in Cyprus, 240 kilometers (150 miles) away. The United States Geological Survey reported the blast measured as a 3.3 local magnitude earthquake, while the Jordan Seismological Observatory reported that it was equivalent to a 4.5 local magnitude earthquake. Cause. The cause of the explosions was not immediately determined, although state media initially reported them taking place at a fireworks warehouse, while others placed them at an oil storage or chemical storage facility. There were various warehouses in the port that stored explosives and chemicals including nitrates, common components of fertilizers and explosives. The Director General of Public Security stated the explosion was caused by the ammonium nitrate that was confiscated from the Rosis. A security source stated that the initial fire was caused during welding work on a hole in a warehouse. MV Rosis. On 23 September 2013, the Moldovan-flagged cargo ship MV Rosis, owned by Russian businessman Igor Grechushkin, set sail from Batumi, Georgia, to Beira, Mozambique, carrying 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate fertilizer. In October, it was forced to port in Beirut with engine problems. After inspection by Port State Control, the Rosis was found unseaworthy, and was forbidden to set sail. 8 Ukrainians and 1 Russian were aboard, and with the help of a Ukrainian consul, 5 Ukrainians were repatriated, leaving 4 crew members to care for the ship. The owner of the Rosis, Cyprus-based Russian businessman Igor Grechushkin, went bankrupt, and after the charterers lost interest in the cargo, the owner abandoned the ship. The Rosis soon ran out of provisions, and the remaining crew were unable to disembark due to immigration restrictions. Creditors also obtained 3 arrest warrants against the ship. Lawyers argued for the crew's repatriation on compassionate grounds, because of the danger posed by the cargo still aboard the ship, and an urgent matters judge in Beirut allowed them to return home. They had been forced to live aboard the ship for about a year. By order of the judge, the dangerous cargo was brought ashore in 2014 and placed in Hangar 12 at the port, where it remained for the next 6 years. Various customs officials had sent letters to judges requesting a resolution to the issue of the confiscated cargo, proposing that the ammonium nitrate either be exported, given to the army, or sold to the private Lebanese explosives company. Letters had been sent on the 27th of June and the 5th of December 2014, the 6th of May 2015, the 20th of May and the 13th of October 2016, and the 27th of October 2017. One of the letters sent in 2016 noted that judges had not replied to previous requests, and pleaded, "In view of the serious danger of keeping these goods in the hangar in unsuitable climatic conditions, we reaffirm our request to please request the Marine Agency to re-export these goods immediately to preserve the safety of the port and those working in it, or to look into agreeing to sell this amount." Damage. The explosion overturned cars and stripped steel-framed buildings of their cladding. Within the port area, the explosion destroyed a section of shoreline. Witnesses said that homes as far as 10 kilometers (6 miles) away were damaged by the blast, and up to 300,000 people were left homeless by the explosions. According to the Lebanese government, the city's second-largest grain elevator was destroyed, exacerbating food shortages caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and a severe financial crisis. About 15,000 tons of grain were destroyed, leaving the country with less than a month's worth of grain in reserve. The damage extended over half of Beirut, with the likely cost above $10 billion. 90% of hotels in the city were damaged and 3 hospitals completely destroyed, while 2 more suffered damage. Dozens of injured people brought to nearby hospitals could not be admitted because of the damage to the hospitals. St. George Hospital, located less than 1 kilometer (5/8 mile) from the explosion, was forced to treat patients in the street, due to severe damage to the medical facility. Several child cancer patients were injured by flying glass, and a number of staff killed. Within hours, it discharged all its patients, some to other hospitals, and closed. According to the hospital's director of intensive care, Dr. Joseph Haddad, the hospital was irreparably damaged. Embassies in and around Beirut reported varying degrees of damage to their buildings. The embassies of Argentina, Australia, Finland, and Cyprus, which were located in close proximity to the blast, sustained heavy damage. The South Korean embassy, located 7.3 kilometers (4.5 miles) from the blast site, reported minor damage to 2 windows within the embassy building, with the Kazakh, Russian, Romanian, and Turkish embassies also reporting minor damage. Relief operations. The Lebanese Red Cross said that every available ambulance from North Lebanon, Bekaa, and South Lebanon was being dispatched to Beirut to help patients. According to the agency, a total of 75 ambulances and 375 medics were activated in response to the explosions. Lebanese President Michel Aoun said that the government would make up to 100 billion lira ($66 million) in aid available to support recovery operations. The ride-sharing app Kareem offered free rides to and from hospitals and blood donation centers to anyone willing to donate blood. Lebanese Health Minister Hamid Hassan requested international aid to Lebanon. Several countries responded to that request. Please like, share and subscribe. And watch more videos.